More anonymous than the Federal Witness Protection Program. It's the Nice Guys on Business.
Okay, is it cool if I leave a voicemail? And I'm like, yeah, of course. He said, well, I want to make sure you guys didn't have like 9 already and we're getting backed up. I'm like, well, it's possible. I won't know that until about 3 minutes before we hit record, but I'll let you know.
I don't need you to tell me how fucking good my coffee is, okay? I'm the one who buys it. I know how good it is. I buy the gourmet expensive stuff because when I drink it, I want to taste it. But you know what's on my mind right now? It ain't the coffee in my kitchen. It's the Nice Guys on Business podcast. Most days, they take their meds. This is not one of those days. Welcome to Fuckery with the Nice Guys. No interviews, no business content. Just your 2 favorite slack-jawed mouth breathers ranting about whatever. Now, strap yourselves in for Nice Guys Fuckery with the kings of fuckery, Doug Sandler and Strickland Bonner.
I'm going right for the record button.
Tasty.
Okay, there he goes. He's out of the gate. You know, I feel like this is the time to bring in my proper proper cerveza.
Modelo Negro.
I do like this beer very, very much.
Yeah. I'm drinking my Shiner.
Oh, you actually are drinking a beer also.
I'm drinking a Shiner Bock.
Okay. All right, Mr. Barber, Mr. Smoker. All right, Mr. Smoker, you go on with your. A lot of conversation today is going to be surrounding smoking, as not as in smoking pot, as in smoker, as in a grill, and our trip to Dallas. I want to talk about that and the wonderful steak dinners that we were able to get. And my outreach to a number of different conference organizers as well. Some success there.
I don't know. Hold on. This sounds like it might actually a business episode. I mean, do we really want to talk business? I guess if that's what's happening in our lives, that's what we should talk about, right?
I could go down a path that that is reminiscent of my childhood. We could go down that path instead, if you prefer.
No, I think I'll stick with the more recent history. I'm down with that.
Before we go there, can I just mention this about my childhood?
Yeah, sure. I mean,
you know, it is a rabbit hole that oftentimes we will go down and never come out of. You know, you got me some snacks when you came to Dallas.
I did,
and you got me some really good snacks too. And then there were these other snacks that were left over. Do you remember the other snacks that were left over that we did not eat when we were in Dallas together at the Sub Summit conference?
Yeah, there were some that you took home and some that I took home, if I remember correctly.
Do you remember the ones that I took home? Could you put your finger on them? Do you remember specifically what they were?
I honestly don't remember specifically which ones you took home.
Well, I will tell you.
Please do.
Okay. Combos.
Those are good.
Okay. Combos and small Snyder's pretzels. Okay. So those were the 2.
Benign.
The ones, right.
Snack.
Fairly common in the snack food family. But I go back to my childhood. I remember with enthusiasm opening up and sorry, I have a cold. I'm trying to fight this cold, so I apologize if my voice sounds kind of nasally. But anyway, I approached every bag of combos with enthusiasm as a child, and I opened this bag and I took my first bite of the combo, which I have not had in decades.
Really? You have not had a combo in decades?
No, and now I know why, because I hate them. Oh my God. Well, I don't know if it's the flavor. Hold on, what I got the
now I have gotten I haven't had combos in a while. And I haven't tried all the flavors. Maybe the flavor I got is not good.
Well, here's the one that I opened up, and
cheese baked pretzels. I think I've had that flavor before.
This is like the traditional combo flavor. Wasn't combos originally pretzel and cheese, or was it pretzel and peanut butter?
Good question. I think it was pretzels and cheese.
I think it was pretzels and cheese too. And so I go back to my childhood thinking about when combos came out. I'm like, this is the greatest thing ever, and they were. But now they are not. And it was, well, nothing can compare to what were those? Beaver bites? What were
Beaver
those?
bites.
Oh
I did get more beaver bites for you to send you. I just haven't dropped them in the mail yet.
That's a dangerous game to play. You know that,
I know,
right?
I know. And I need to make sure that I ship them in a box that says personal and confidential so that JJ doesn't get them and burn them immediately.
I meant it's a dangerous game to play in that you got them and still have them at your house because I feel like you're going to eat them.
No, that's true too. That's true
How
too.
close
I've
is
not
the
done
closest?
that.
How close is the closest Buc-ee's to you?
It's about 45 minutes away.
Wow.
I don't have one close to me.
Well,
I have to go a good, like a third of the way to Dallas to actually get them. So I wouldn't like hop off to Buc-ee's. I would only stop there if I was traveling somewhere else.
Okay, so here's a good question though. What food would you travel for? Would there be any food that you would travel for? And whether it's get in a car, would you ever get in an airplane to travel for a meal or food?
I can't think. No, I would not get into an airplane specifically for any meal that I've ever had. If I could get Royal Farms chicken, I would drive on occasion, a good 45 minutes to an hour. Like, let's say hypothetically Buc-ee's had Royal Farms chicken.
Right.
And the closest Buc-ee's was like a little under an hour away. I would occasionally make that drive just for Royal Farms chicken. Yeah.
So the biggest challenge is something like Royal Farms chicken does not ship well.
No.
It doesn't. By the time you get it to wherever it's going, you have the grease stains all over the cardboard box.
Just not the same.
It would not be the same. It's kind of like McDonald's French fries being reheated at home. It just does not. It does not work the same way. And combos were very similar to. I was just disappointed. I just did not enjoy them, but. The snack highlight of the entire trip was the beaver bites, and maybe you could describe exactly what those are.
Beaver bites from Buc-ee's. Hey, I wonder if Sally could actually tell us better.
Okay,
she could describe them better, maybe if I can, because she's a native Texan, and so hello, my love.
Yeah.
Hey, come here, take an ear. Doug is asking for a description.
Hi, Doug.
Hey, Sally. It's very similar to take a knee, except completely different here.
Doug's asking for a description of beaver bites. Like, how would you describe them?
Well, if you had to describe them to someone that has never eaten them before and only will now have an audio clue what they are, describe beaver. I know what they are because I had them for the first time when Strickland brought them to Dallas with him.
Yeah. Well, first of all, I would call them their correct name, which is beaver nuggets.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay, right. Yeah, that's beaver spoken nuggets. Like a true West Coaster or East Coaster, not like a true Texan. You're right. Thank you, Sally.
I'll take that. And they are, you have to use your imagination. They are like if kettle corn was taken in its corn kernel form and through some magic process reduced to a very fine particle, and then little baby unicorns came in and gently misted them with magical unicorn saliva, and then other creatures of grace and magic came in, and I know what they are. Little tiny bumblebees at that point enter the room with a touch of honey, and they fly in just like that, just like you're doing. They fly in and they roll around in the particles that have now been moistened, and little balls about the size of a.
And those particles are also known as corn syrup. Okay.
and you're not eating bumblebees, just so everybody is aware.
No,
we're not killing the bees.
Are in the room because they have what's needed. It's this very gentle flight that they fly into the particles.
It's not overdone. They're not overdone. You can eat basically a bag in one sitting. You will walk away with a very large stomach ache though, but you could.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, yeah, but see, the bumblebee flight allows the barely moistened kettle corn honey particles to turn into little balls.
Unicorn farts and bumblebee balls. That's all I made out of this conversation. That was very good.
The quick version, I would say, if you think about like Cheetos, but like the Cheetos balls,
but
not cheesy.
Yeah.
It's dipped in sugar instead of cheese.
Well, yeah. So kettle corn had a baby with a Cheeto Puff. That's
okay.
Like
all right.
it.
I appreciate that. Thank you, Sally. Appreciate you giving me the info. I noticed that Sally was also wearing a Styx jersey. So you guys went to the Styx concert. Was it last night?
So we have good news and bad news about the Styx concert.
Okay, go ahead.
It was at Germania Insurance Amphitheater, right? And we had very good seats, and it was a very good show. Kevin Cronin opened up. Don Felder opened for Kevin Cronin. We skipped Don Felder.
Now, why did you skip Don Felder?
It was just too many fucking acts. I don't want to see, like he started at like 6:30, 6:45.
Yeah.
And then REO started. I mean, technically it was the Kevin Cronin band, but basically it was REO Speedwagon. And he started at 7:30.
Okay.
Right. And then Styx started at 9. And it's like, it's too many fucking bands.
So you got REO, you got Styx, and you got Don Felder, who of course has played for Alice Cooper, Neil Young, Bob Seger. The list goes. The Eagles.
Don Felder played for Alice Cooper. What?
You did not know that?
I knew Don Felder was in the Eagles.
Strickland, how am I telling you something that you don't already know?
Okay, I got to look this up. What did you just look up? Who did Don Felder play with?
Yes.
Wow, really?
Now I could be mistaken because I just quickly Googled it, and that's like the first line that came up. How old is Don Felder exactly?
He's fucking old, probably. Let's see. Yeah, now that's weird. I don't know what you searched, because when I look mine up, it says Don Felder played lead for the Eagles.
Got it. Well, he's also the guy, one of the guys that wrote.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry.
Hotel
it says
California.
He has played with various other musicians.
Got it.
/ Richie Sambora, Mick Fleetwood.
Okay.
He toured with Styx. Oh no, and he says toured with groups like Styx, Foreigner, and REO Speedwagon. That's like he opened for them, right? It's not like he was in those bands.
Well, when you got as a part of your resume a song like Hotel California, can't you basically say you played for anybody? Is anybody going to complain about being associated with you if you were the guy that wrote Hotel California?
Yeah, no doubt. And I think he was one of the writers of Hotel California. I mean, like, he was one of the co-writers of the song. So, like, come on, what else do you need to say, right?
No, I like, my dad's in Steely Dan. I mean, as soon as you hear that, it's like, okay, enough said. I don't think I could have anything that could either top that or even be a better conversation starter than that. Well, I was just sitting around the dinner table talking to my dad about writing Hotel California. Hold on, what? What?
Right.
Okay.
Before I forget, because I got a text from Tennessee Tim earlier that he was leaving a voicemail. And so you may need to grab that and download it, because I don't see it in the folder.
I did just forward that to you about an hour ago, so it may be in your inbox. You're not like me, constantly in your inbox and going for inbox 0, apparently.
You are 100% correct. But anyway, Tim calling and saying he's leaving a voicemail reminds me, welcome back. My name's Strickland Bonner. On the other side of the microphone, Mr. Doug Sandler. So we got there and we saw REO, and they were pretty good. And then we saw Styx, and Styx was doing the Grand Illusion start to finish. And this is open air amphitheater, right?
Yeah.
Right towards the end of the Grand Illusion, it starts to rain.
And is it all open air, or is it like a pavilion and then a lawn?
A pavilion and a lawn, but the pavilion is not covered.
Ooh.
Now the stage is covered, but the pavilion is not covered.
Yeah, fuck the audience.
Right? Yeah. And but they basically finished playing half a song as it was starting to rain. Then they stepped off stage, and then about 10 minutes later, it was really, really coming down hard. And they basically said, the band ain't coming back. So you gotta go. Everybody needs to leave.
I understand a venue in a state like, or an area like Southern California where it never rains, but how can you have an event in a state that constantly gets rain?
Well, I'm curious about like Merriweather Post Pavilion in Maryland, right? Like in the summertime in Texas, we will typically get like, it'll pour down rain for 15 or 20 minutes and then it's done.
Right.
In Maryland, it'll rain for 3 or 4 days straight, especially in the summer.
Right.
But they do concerts at Meriwether Post all the time.
I think the pavilion area is covered though. I think the
lawn.
You
may be right. The whole pavilion may be covered.
Yeah, I think I remember when I went to my last concert there in 1982. I believe. No, I actually went to one other concert other than the 1982 concert. I saw Black Eyed Peas with my buddy Mike Skirvin. But the last concert that I went to before then was in I want to say 1983 or 84. I saw Heart. And it was really good. Ann and Nancy Wilson, very, very
I've actually
good.
never seen Heart before.
Wow. Okay.
I've seen a lot of bands.
So anyway, very disappointed in combos. And I it's kind of like me opening up a box of Pop-Tarts and saying, my childhood hero, and saying, oh my God, these suck. But I still love Pop-Tarts. I just
there are two sweet snacks from my childhood. One of which I still absolutely love, and one of which I can't believe I ever enjoyed. I know there's a big rift about candy corn.
Okay.
And I'm a big candy corn fan.
You're a fan of candy corn, huh?
I'm a fan. Even today,
I can eat one or two of them, but it's like pure corn syrup, isn't it?
It basically, yeah. And
corn syrup and dye.
Yeah.
Okay. And what's the one that you don't like?
Do you remember Circus Peanuts?
Sure, I remember. They were like a chewy orange kind of flavor. I think that's the best way to describe the flavor too. It was chewy and orange. What was the flavor of? But they were like caramel or something. I don't know what they were.
That's it. I don't even know what they were.
Marshmallow.
I don't even know, because when I tried them again a couple of years ago, I was like, these are the worst fucking things I've ever had in my life. Are you kidding me?
I wouldn't have taken you for a Circus Peanut fan. I would have thought you were going to say Good and Plenty's, like licorice Good and Plenty's. I hate black licorice. I must have liked it at some point. I did like Good and Fruities. You remember Good and Fruity?
Yeah, like similar to Good and Plenty, but it's more fruity
flavor. But it's a fruity flavor. And then do you remember Hot Tamales?
Oh, yeah.
Those were really good. Like cinnamon flavored Good and Plenty's. Super good. Anyway, so the conference. So we had some good steak dinners. And spent a lot of money on food, if I remember correctly. And then let's see. We like normal. I revised my my travel agenda and I left early.
And this was Dallas. For those of you who don't remember, we were in Dallas, Texas. So I drove, which was about 2.5 hours, and Doug flew. So.
Yeah, and we already told the story about how you picked me up at the wrong airport.
Yeah,
that was last week. What did I want to talk about?
But you've reached out to some of these people then.
I did. I'm having some success. I've talked to a couple of conference organizers, and the couple that I've spoken to have never considered live podcasting at an event, but they both thought it was a great idea.
I love that. So you've talked to two different organizers of conferences.
Two different organizers, and the one for the conference that we went to that I will have a meeting set up with very shortly, because they came back to me with, so you're interested in sponsoring our live podcast booth? I said, well, not really,
not exactly.
but let me explain where I think there's some additional opportunities for revenue, and just ask some questions so that we can. I said, I'm not uninterested in sponsoring the podcast booth, because you and I discussed a model where we would actually pay for the booth and then sell it to the sponsors as a revenue generator. But why have us do it? They should be doing it. They already have the contacts with the sponsors. So I said I wasn't not interested in sponsoring it, but let's talk about the model so that I understand exactly what you're looking to do, and I'll tell you what I'm thinking about. So there'll just be a collaborative conversation just to try to get some information about live podcasting. I'm just so surprised that a conference of the size that we went to, using a live podcasting booth, isn't using it as we would think would be the best way to use it. And we don't even know anything about it, and we think that they're not doing it the right way.
No doubt. It was a bit of a weird, sloppy setup. I mean, there was just a lot about it that could have been much better.
Okay, let's talk about the important thing on this episode. Let's talk about your smoker. Tell me. Let's get there. So you got home on Saturday, and I think or Friday, and you immediately started putting the smoker together. Is that what happened?
I did. So just to back up a step, Doug got his Grilla, Grilla, Grilla Grill, and I really liked it, but didn't want to spend like $600 or $700. And then, I came around and I thought, no, maybe I would want it. And then I go back and look, and the Grilla Grill is now like $850, $900.
Right,
and I'm like, no, I don't want to spend that. So
Oops.
of course, since I clicked the link on one of my socials, I started getting tons of ads for grills.
Of course.
And I got one called Brisk-It, BRISK-IT. Looks like it has most of the same features as your Grilla Grill. It has Wi-Fi, and I can control it and change the temperature. And it's got a very cool thing where you can send a recipe to it.
Wow.
So for example, we cooked a chicken, like a whole chicken. And the way it works is you put the chicken in and cook for like 90 minutes or something. Maybe it's 2 hours. I think it's a long time actually. At 225.
Right.
And then you change the temperature to 375 and cook for another hour. Right.
Huh.
Well, I can send that recipe to my smoker.
Here comes AI smoking to the nth degree.
Yeah. And it basically says, oh, hey, by the way, 2 hours have gone by. We're changing the temperature from 225 to 375. Just wanted to let you know. And then since I have the probes also, the chicken is done. You never know what size chicken you're going to get. So it may take a little longer, a little less time, right? But the recipe knows that it is supposed to be cooked to 160 degrees internal temperature.
Right.
So when it is counting down that 90 minutes that it's supposed to cook at 375, it is calculating it based on the heat of the chicken. And so if the chicken is cooking faster, the time goes down quicker. Excuse me. And it, instead of going the full 90 minutes and drying the chicken out, it will automatically shut off and keep warm when it hits 160 degrees.
That is a smart smoker.
I'm very happy with it so far. So I got it on Saturday, a week ago.
Yep.
Since then, I have smoked 2 chickens and a salmon, and they were all 3 fucking delicious.
Okay, so take me through the chicken thing. Now that I know that it's got AI technology built in, so it's giving you the right temperature rather than you just staring at your internal probe temperature and wondering, should I be turning this? Should I be doing anything differently? You just put it in, it knows the temperature, and it adjusts the amount of time based upon the temp itself.
Exactly. It's very smart.
So tell me about the chicken, the consistency of the chicken. Was there smoke flavor to it? Did it taste like smoked chicken, or did it just taste like chicken that was on the grill, but it was done with a smoker instead?
There was a good bit of smoky flavor. The first one we did with mesquite, and then the other one we did with like an oak and other blend stuff, pellets. The skin was a little dry.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking if we did something to put a little more moisture, it might be better. But the rest of the chicken was fucking delicious. It was not dried out at all. Like the chicken itself was amazing, and the skin was really tasty. It was just a little drier than I would have liked, like if I was looking for the perfect chicken. And then when we did the salmon, like the salmon had a lot of smoky flavor, and that one cooked so quick, right?
Yeah.
That one you just put in at 225 for like 40 minutes. Boom, it's done.
Right.
Oh my God. So good.
So the other thing that I tried with the ribs that I think really works out well, and it may do the same with the chicken, is it takes, in the ribs case, it takes 3 hours uncovered, and then 2 hours covered, and then 1 hour off the smoker completely, just covered, and then you wrap it in the towel, and then you put the towel inside a cooler, as I was telling you
That's
before.
so crazy to me, for an hour, and they're still warm when
oh my God, they're hot. They're not just warm, they're hot. But with the chicken, maybe if you take it for the first what was your first time frame? It was an hour?
I think it was the smoking, if I remember correctly, it was about 2 hours.
Okay. After the 2 hours, your skin is probably fine, but you still have to then bump it up to 375. What I would probably do is wrap it in foil at that point. It already has its smoky flavor, and now you're just baking it at 375. That would probably do the trick for you.
My master smoker, Doug, is going to be giving me all kinds of advice now as I'm cooking stuff.
I'm just I experiment with everything. Now, you did a chicken. I haven't done a chicken because I was afraid that the chicken would be smoked and cooked on the outside and raw on the inside.
What was that, Vera? Oh my God. And we did the zucchini too, like sliced up zucchini.
Yeah.
Put it on a oh my God, it was so goddamn good.
Now, are you a fan of salsa? Do you like salsa at all?
Yeah.
Okay. So you take 10 Roma tomatoes. So the little tomatoes, the Roma, not the teeny cherry tomatoes, but like Roma tomatoes, the kind you make tomato sauce out of. Slice them in half.
Mm-hmm.
Put a little salt and pepper on them. Put them on the smoker. So 10 of those. 5 to 7 jalapeno peppers. Same thing. Slice them in half. A garlic. Just put the whole head of garlic on there, and then have some cilantro. You don't put that on the smoker, but have some cilantro. Have some olive oil and salt and pepper outside of the smoker, of course. Cook that for about 90 minutes, and it'll get a really good smoky flavor. If you want to have it be fire roasted, bump it up instead of 225, bump it up to 350 for like another 20 or 30 minutes.
Damn.
Pull it off, put it all in a blender except for the garlic you have to peel. Oh, and an onion. Do the same thing with an onion too. Quarter the onion and put it up on the smoker. Put all of that in a blender. Blend it up. Put the salsa, the cilantro on top of it, and you will have salsa that is the best salsa and smoke that you have ever had in your entire life. And if you like heat, add more jalapenos. If you like less heat, keep some of them out.
Making our own salsa.
And it makes 10 Roma tomatoes will make about 3 16-ounce jars of salsa. So you have enough.
My God, that's a lot.
Yeah, so you'll have it for, well, it's 2 days for me. you'll have a lot of salsa.
Oh, wow.
Around the house.
Crazy.
Yeah, salsa is really good. Let me think about if there's anything else that I've experimented with. I've made steaks on the smoker, and then I have finished them on the grill. That's a really fun thing to do too. If you do chicken, like chicken breast or chicken thighs, put them on the smoker, cook them until they're done, and then throw them on a 500-degree grill for just like a minute on each side.
Yeah, I might have to try that next time I do.
Oh, so good.
Yeah.
So many great recipes that you can use.
I love it. I'm excited.
Okay, so the other thing I wanted to talk to you about, I know it's probably going to be one of those rabbit holes that we could go down for a considerable amount of time, but now it appears that Elon Musk and Donald Trump are arguing now. Now it looks like they are enemies. How quickly the tides will change, and do you think it has anything to do with the big, beautiful, but ugly bill? Do you think it has anything to do with taking the rebate out of the electric vehicle industry? What do you think?
Well, I don't think it's just that one thing. There's plenty of other things. And
what's the rift between? What is the rift? I mean, you and I have been partners for basically 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that we've ever had an argument. We've had some disagreements, but it's fine. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's pretty normal to not have it's pretty normal to have disagreements.
Mm-hmm.
But these guys are like, they hate each other now. What happened?
Well, I mean, it's not surprising with Trump, because if you're Donald Trump and somebody says nice things about you, you like him. And as soon as they say something not so nice, you hate him. I mean, it's so black and white with Trump that, as soon as you say anything that is not in 100% full support of him, he's like, oh, you're an ass. You're stupid. You're just a dummy head. You're whatever, it's so fucking ridiculous. Now the opposite is true too. I was just looking at an article. Trump has appointed a guy, I call him a guy, really a kid, to lead the U.S. Terror Prevention Group. Okay.
What is that? I don't even know what that is.
Let's see what it does. Let's see. Okay. Hired as a special assistant in an immigration office. Okay. So this guy was hired as a special assistant in an immigration office at the Department of Homeland Security in February, and then took over CP3 after its previous director quit. And basically, this is a kid, 22 years old.
What the fuck?
And he worked as a fucking gardener
Yeah.
3 years ago, and he's worked at HEB, which is a fucking grocery store.
Okay, he was a bagger.
Texas.
He was a bagger there. Okay, well, it's important. You can profile somebody pretty quickly as a bagger. You see a lot of people in the course of the day. You learn a lot about people's personalities and styles by bagging their groceries. So I see that. I see that.
Cross-functional team member, at HEB.
Oh, cross-functional. That means he did stock also.
Right.
Exactly. You get to know a lot about people by putting peas on the shelf. You really do. So why was he what was his qualification for the position that he is now holding with the government?
Are you familiar with the Heritage Foundation?
I am not.
Heritage Foundation is the group that wrote and is pushing Project 2025 or whatever, that fucking, the big beautiful thing that Trump during the campaign said he knew nothing about, but is now following every step of everything that they said they wanted to do.
I got it. So it's a group with people with special needs. I understand. I got it.
He interned at the Heritage Foundation.
Oh,
and he was an advanced team member on President Trump's 2024 campaign. So in other words, like, he was a guy that fucking volunteered in the office and knocked on doors and said, vote for Trump. Bullshit.
Got it. Okay. All right. So
and now he is running our U.S. terror prevention head of fucking whatever.
But they've given me the title of founder here at Turnkey Podcast. And titles are really kind of misleading. So if you had to title what he does, give me his day to day. He might be the head of, but what is he doing really? Is he reporting directly to Trump? I
have no idea what the fuck anybody in Trump's cabinet is doing right
okay,
now.
so why did you start talking about him? What was
because you were saying, hey, how did things go sour between he and Elon so quick?
Oh, did the love triangle happen? Was this kid, was he a love slave, or what's going on? What happened here?
No, I was saying that as soon as Elon said something that wasn't 100% in defense of and fighting for Trump, Trump was like, fuck off. Now, the opposite is true too. You can be some pimply faced fucking kid with no experience with any goddamn thing, but if you volunteer for him and then go intern at the Heritage Foundation, he's like, yeah, I'm going to fucking make you the head of the military.
I got it. And another qualifier is that he still lives at home. So that's very good. So he really doesn't have a lot of overhead. So there's not a lot of payment that has to go to him. Okay. So this kid, so was this a part of the rift between Trump and Musk?
No, it's totally independent.
Oh, I got it.
Trump or Musk basically said, hey, I think your big, beautiful bill is bullshit. It's not balanced. And just like every other politician, you brought me in to try to cut costs, but now you want to pass a budget that actually raises your debt. Like, that's bullshit. You can't do that. And Trump was like, you're an asshole. Go away.
Well, Tesla, as a result, was down 14% today. I just want to let you know that.
That's okay. I don't own Tesla stock anymore.
I'm still up 30%, though. I'm happy to report that, but Oh,
you bought Tesla stock?
Well, I think I buy $20 a month. I forget what it is. Let me see. No, I buy $5 of Tesla every month.
$5 worth of Tesla.
Hey, look, if I bought $5 of Amazon back in the early 90s, every month, I think I'd still be sitting pretty good.
Good point.
So
you make a very
I don't know. I mean, I wasn't the wise man that changed all of my investment strategy in our company 401k plan. You do have several $1,000s more than I have. I got caught in the tide of I'm just going to. I took the Warren Buffett approach to my stocks. I buy them and I never fucking sell them. I often don't even look at them. I don't even want to know.
Yeah. Understood.
Okay, Understood. So let's get back to the rift between Trump and Musk. So Musk opposed or has a different opinion on what this fucking big beautiful bill is all about. But didn't he know it was coming? I mean, didn't he have any kind of say in what was not what was going to be written in there, but didn't he see it happening? And he like, why is he and many Republicans now finally saying, this thing, it's not really as good as I think that everybody said it was going to be. I didn't really read it correctly, or You know what? I got to get to those couple of pages in the bill because I did not see that it excludes all people from Medicaid, or it lowers the tax rate from 35 to 21% on the billionaire. All the shit that you're like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, I mean, I think with Musk, it was a situation of the left hand not knowing or caring what the right hand was doing. You know, Musk was there to just try to make the government more efficient and really had nothing to do with the budget, you know, the new budget. So,
oh, and so in other words, what you're saying is you think that Trump never told Elon Musk about the big beautiful bill. He just said, "Hey,
yeah.
you just work closely with the government efficiency." And did he feel like Elon was doing a good job? And then why did Elon kind of cross over into this other area and started giving him his opinion about the big beautiful bill when that was never his responsibility to begin with?
Who knows? Who knows? Apparently, he has now given up his lead at Doge to go back and focus on Tesla and SpaceX and all that other stuff. But, you know, I think what happened, you know, Musk and his team went in and basically took over all these things and got into all the systems, probably planted a whole bunch of fucking malware so they could just steal all of America's data and information, and then they're gone because, hey, it's all hidden in there now. They can use their back doors to get in anytime.
Hey, my work is done here. I'm just gonna. It's like when he's like closing the back door, and he's like,
yeah, exactly. That's pretty much it, I think. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, good news. I just got an email. I don't know if you saw it, but there is now a brand new person taking over for Musk's old position as the head of Doge. It's a 19-year-old intern from that Trump met at the last Capitals game. He liked the way he served beer, and he thought he could serve up the budget the same way that he served beer.
Why am I not surprised?
Oh my God. So great. So great.
I love it.
I know we have a few voicemails. Maybe we should get to those.
We do, but the voicemail that you forwarded me,
yes. I need to give it to I did it wrong. Sorry.
Actually, send me a file.
You know, okay. All right, hold on a second.
Now, having said that, I'm happy
do your magic, and I will pull this down in the meantime. This is all stuff that's heading behind the scenes. You can actually see this, so this is good. Hold on.
You just don't mind that man behind the curtain.
I'm just gonna down. Oh, I gotta get rid of that. You just shared your screen with me. Carry the one. Just download the episode.
Make sure I got this on the headphones. Okay, are we ready for the voicemail from Jared Music?
You know, it kind of reminds me of okay, I'm about to date us. Are you ready? Do you remember Lily Tomlin as the operator on Laughing?
Oh God, yeah.
You remember one ringy dingy, two ringy dingy,
yeah.
So it's, you know, the telephone operators in olden days, in order to connect a call, they had to put the cord from one slot to the other in the phone bank. And I feel like sometimes behind the scenes, that's exactly how we are running.
Yeah, pretty much.
Hold on, let me just hit this. Okay, go ahead. I'm going to send you this in the meantime. This will be here. This is called Just in Time. This is live programming on the fucking spot. Okay.
Yeah, because Tim has the he's got the inside track to us. He was like around 4:30. He's like, "Hey, have you guys recorded yet?" I'm like, "Nope, one more hour."
Okay, well.
And then he said, "Okay, is it cool if I leave a voicemail?" And I'm like, "Yeah, of course." He said, "Well, I want to make sure you guys didn't have like 9 already and we're getting backed up." I'm like, "Well, it's possible. I won't know that until about 3 minutes before we hit record, but I'll let you know."
Understand. Well, here's another one added to the pile. It is now in your inbox.
Okay, here we go.
Thank God I can get rid of that.
Oops.
Whoa. What was that you were playing? Who's
that was
open?
The new UAU intro. So that is the uncoupled and unfiltered.
You did a really good job on that voiceover.
Oh, well,
that was really good. I hope that she appreciates your style and your ability to be like a chameleon when you're doing these voiceovers. That was a good rock and roll version of "I don't like you" and "fuck you," because we have a show that is called, what is it called? Uncoupled and Unfiltered?
Uncoupled and Unfiltered, yeah.
It is a show all about divorce. So if you are going through divorce and you want to, her name is Ksenia Mensch,
Yeah.
And she is a divorce coach. I recorded the welcome episode just yesterday or the day before. She's on point. She knows her shit. Sometimes you say, not you, but one would say, it's like every fucking bride that gets married wants to then be an event planner, right? Because they've planned their own, and we hate them. And Ksenia went through a pretty challenging divorce. And you may say, well, sure, she's went through a divorce, so of course she's going to be a divorce coach. She's got the chops to be a divorce coach. She's she's no holds barred. She will tell it straight to you. And I think you'll enjoy the podcast, Uncoupled and Unfiltered, brought to you by Turnkey Podcast.
Well, now I want to play the intro because it was interesting. I got to admit, I've read a lot of intros and outros before.
Yeah.
I've never actually cursed.
Whoa.
Outro, and I found that very interesting.
Okay. So well, let's go ahead and play it for everybody so everybody knows
promo.
what we're talking
She's going to launch June 15th, I think, right?
Yeah, I think you're right.
Okay. Check it out. Here we go. You're listening to Uncoupled and Unfiltered, the show for people smart enough to get out of the wrong relationship and bold enough to do it without losing their damn minds. Hosted by Ksenia Mensch, a divorce strategist and straight-talking badass, this podcast is your no-fluff, no-shame, take-control guide to surviving litigated divorce with clarity, guts, and zero regrets. Let's get into it. Here's Ksenia. There we go. All right. Well, I love that intro, and you wrote that intro. I mean, I think you might have had a little help from
help from my friend at ChatGPT. We got to name chat because I can't keep saying ChatGPT. So I don't really think damn and badass are really bad words. I think when Steve O'Brien says fuckery like 16 times in our intro, I'm like, oh,
that's entertaining.
Yeah, that's pretty entertaining.
Well, I did get a recording from. I can't remember if I was just talking on the phone to him or I was recording, but he's like, yeah, I like working for you guys. I don't usually get to cuss, and you like it more when I cuss more. Like,
when was this a recent conversation or was this a long time ago?
No, this was a while back.
Yeah, I thought I remember you saying that, so I wasn't sure if you reiterated that again.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's get to the actual voicemail music.
Here we go. Doug, you got a mute button.
I was
when you
trying
cough,
to find
you can
it.
hit that button, and then the rest of us don't have to hear you actually coughing.
The problem is you're like 8 windows deep. By the time that I have to cough, it's too late. It comes up too quickly. Sorry. I won't interrupt anymore. Go ahead and play. I can't interrupt right now because my throat is not well.
Okay, here we go.
Hey, Doug. Hey, Strick. Erica here. Let me start off. Voicemail number 1. Let me start off by saying that intro by Steve was so amazingly funny. The Barbie and Ken bit, I just loved it. And what a way to kick off a great show. Oh my God, when you two are together like you were, or when you're listening to this, it will be past tense, right? Like you were when you recorded in Texas. Funnier than hell. You guys are like Doug and Strick on steroids. That should be the name of the show.
I did not know that.
Especially the airport story. I have never laughed so hard. Tears came out my eyes. So I'm picturing Strickland, as Doug said, standing out there in the middle of the Love Field baseball field, looking up at the sky at the skies for the airplane for Doug. I have never laughed so hard. So here's what I think, and I hope I don't run out of space for recording this, and if I do, well, I'll have to call back. My shout out to the community is, hey everybody, let's start a GoFundMe, and I'll put in a bunch of bucks to get these two clowns together at least once a quarter, because we get even funnier episodes, and I'll send my first bit. And then I'll tell you in the next message what I'll do next. Okay. Love you guys. Love the show. That was really a hoot. All right. Bye.
Well, I really appreciate that, Erica. I'm so glad you enjoyed it. And I do have good news for you. Doug and I, after the, what we thought was very successful conference in
Right.
Dallas.
And not
Even
because
though-
of the conference.
Right, but not because of the conference. It was successful because the two of us spend time together and throw ideas around and brainstorm and come up with great ideas. We have decided that at least twice a year,
Yeah.
we are going to get together in person, whether it is like a conference that we find that we're going to, let's say, it doesn't matter if it's one that we really think we should go to or not, even if it's one we think we might want to go to. And if we can't find one, we're just going to get together anyway. And have our little business soiree at least twice a year. So you'll have 2 episodes of us in person at least twice a year.
And I'm trying to think back. I know we told the airport story, coming to the wrong airport. I do remember the week before we left laughing harder than I've laughed in a very long time in recording an episode. But I was here when I was doing that. I know we laughed a lot in person, as we always do when we get together, and just the fact that it was a recorded conversation makes it even better, because now we can share that recorded conversation with our fans. But I don't remember it being that funny, but I appreciate the fact that she appreciated the humor. I mean, we always try to be funny, but we obviously struck the right chord when we were together.
And everybody finds something different funny, which I think is great, because I don't specifically remember the episode being funnier than normal or enjoying it more than normal either. But everybody's got their thing, and we appreciate everybody listening and giving their feedback.
As important, we'll take money. we will absolutely take money. I love the idea of starting a GoFundMe account. Now, it sounds like that's probably just the fact that it's like there's a site that you can GoFundMe. That means there's an application involved, and you probably have to get past all sorts of tests and all of that. And and then you have the convicted felon rule. And I'm not sure that either Strickland or I might pass that. And then you have the drug test and the urinalysis, and then you have the whole binary, non-binary thing. And should we be filling out are we the ones that are most qualified to fill out that application? I say nay.
Well, and as much as I appreciate the idea, we ask our Funkin' fans to, spend money on cool, exciting things like coffee mugs and T-shirts and stuff. And
right.
They don't even do that. So why would they give us money for free? I mean, it's not like we don't appreciate you guys, but sometimes we don't appreciate you guys.
I get it. So in other words, what you're saying is, if we go to the trouble of doing all of those things and get no results, it won't be good. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly. And then I'll just feel even worse.
That's true.
Yeah.
So
because
instead of setting ourselves,
like, well, we did all this and nobody cares.
So I think the bottom line is, what we're saying is, instead of setting us up for failure, we may as well not even start.
100%. In this particular case, I'm usually not a proponent of that, but in this particular case, yeah, I think so.
Now, if you had a link and you wanted to promote a link, and maybe Erica, I got a great idea. Now, Erica is no stranger to the microphone because she has a podcast. So Erica could create a commercial. Oh, let me back up. Erica could create the infrastructure for this whole thing. Create the GoFundMe page. She can even I don't even want the username and password. Remember when we did the merch with Tim? We just said, Tim, you just create the whole thing. We'll promote it as much as you want. I think we still carry that link in our
absolutely.
In our show
you can
notes.
Still buy it. It's still in the show notes, and you can still buy cool merch.
Is it niceguysownbusiness.com/merch? Is that what it is?
I think so.
Okay,
let's take a look.
something like that. Check the link in the show notes for how you get merch from us. So, similar to that, now I don't know that Tim ever created a commercial, because I don't think Tim has a microphone and the whole schmagegi, the whole setup.
No, we had Steve O'Brien make commercials.
Oh, so we had a pro make the commercials for us, and we still got no results. Okay, that's
we actually had 3 different ads that were pretty entertaining, and I had them running for a while, and still didn't do shit.
Look, I'm looking at the Nice Guy merch page that Strickland has up right now. We have a lot of fucking products.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
It would make a lot of sense if you're in our community to buy the merch, because you're about to get something in exchange for consideration, in this case, money. What Erica is asking, and I like this idea, is you're not going to get anything in return. Just give us money. I like that. There is absolutely no deliverable. There's only a positive in this. However, Erica, would you be willing to create the commercial for it and then also have the GoFundMe page, and we'll promote it? If you're willing to do that, then Strick and I would be willing to, with whatever money that we get, put it towards whatever travel that we take to get together to record our funniest episodes ever. And now that kind of puts a lot of pressure on us, Strick, to be funny.
Yeah, it kind of does. Although there's a lot of really good shit on this website.
I'm looking at it too.
It's like Podcastologist shirts and, with our logo, Nice Guys. And we've got Welcome Back, which I think is hilarious.
That's a good mug.
Steve O'Brien, Take Us Out of Here. Like, it feels really cool. And
yeah, I think community, Nice Guy community, I think you might be missing out if you're not. Yeah. I might have to get one of those mugs. I'm looking at that mug and I'm like, hell,
I have this mug right here. Nice
you Guys got that mug?
Yeah, I do.
That's very cool. I like that.
I totally do. Yeah. And
as much of a fan as Emily is to water drinking, you figure she would need at least the Nice Guys on Business logoed mug and maybe even the welcome back. Yeah, not mug, but the water holder.
The problem is I don't know if these are big enough for her.
Oh, that's true.
These are ring neck. We actually have one of these too, one of the ring neck ones. I think it's a Steve O'Brien, Take Us Out of Here. But what is this? 32 ounces? 20 ounces.
20 ounce. Yeah, that's probably not big enough for her. Not big enough. She's got a lot of water scarcity, I think, going on.
She's got a great big one.
Yeah. Okay, let's get to the next voicemail.
Okay, here we go. Next voicemail.
Hey there, guys. It's Erica, voicemail number 2. When I looked at the amount of time it took, I guess I didn't have to rush with voicemail number 1 as much as I did. I had longer and I could have left this there, but hey, now you get 2 messages from me. Mm-hmm. Anyway, about these Bucky Beaver snacks, whatever the hell they are. We don't have them in Northern California. I don't know. Maybe it's a Texas thing. Anyway, I looked them up. And Doug, you don't have to wait for a care package from Strick. You can order them online. Actually, you can go to the Bucky Beaver, whatever it is, store.
Damn.
I went and scrolled around. You can get all the flavors. Not only that, you can get a Bucky Beaver costume. And I thought,
what?
Go to the website.
Another reason that community, we need to start a GoFundMe and shoot some bucks there, and let's all put in some money and get these 2 clowns the beaver suits.
Wow.
See what it looks like to have both of them wear them. I don't know, in Vegas at some point. I don't know. It just made me laugh. This whole episode made me laugh, and I was really in need of a good laugh. So love you guys, love the show, and that was just over the top. Thanks so much. All right. Be well.
So when you go to Buc-ee's, have you been? Oh my God, that's fucking brilliant.
Look at that beaver suit. That's very good.
When you go to Buc-ee's, sometimes the mascot, the beaver, Bucky, the beaver will be there.
Really?
And he's like a mascot, right? But you can apparently go and buy a Buc-ee's onesie.
That's very cool. That's like jammies. I like that.
It's pretty cool.
I
got to find the thing for you. I got sea salted caramel. I think I got more cinnamon sweet. I got like 4 flavors for you.
Look how many there are.
I know, right?
I did not realize how many nugget flavors there are. Nuggies,
yeah.
Oh, look at that one. Milk chocolate nuggets. Holy mackerel.
I didn't get those. I probably should have, because
they would have melted. They probably would have melted. Probably. But go back to the GoFundMe page for just a second. If you go to the GoFundMe page, Erica, if you take this idea and we just have like a pool of money, and by the time we're ready to travel, if there's not enough in there, we'll just get True Texas merch from Buc-ee's.
I love it.
We could do that
means
too.
We'll just have to have the next time we get together. It has to be here, and that's it. You got to come for my birthday party.
I know it. Yep, I am making travel arrangements as we speak, post haste. Look at those, Bucky. You got the Christmas onesie now too.
And $50 for a onesie, like a Bucky. Oh, I need that. I need this.
Hey, do you remember the onesies? Way back, it was a sponsor of the show. I forget what they were called.
Oh yeah,
I don't have any anymore. Exactly.
God damn, who was it? They were really good too.
They were good. All sorts of good. Anybody in our community remember what they were called? And I'm wondering if they're still in business.
No, I can't remember.
Damn it.
Oh, I really want a Buc-ee's onesie. I don't think I've ever seen these in the store before. I mean, I'm guessing they were there. I just didn't notice it before. Ooh, that's fun.
All right, well, Erica, thank you for the voicemails. Thank you for the compliments, and the idea that somebody would actually want to fund us to do anything is amazing. The way I feel like we make enough money with Turnkey. Do we really need any more money?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I would agree.
I mean, we're old. We're going to retire soon.
That is true. And if anyone is interested in our community from buying our business, we'd entertain an offer.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, we're not leaving. You have to keep us in the, you have to pay us a salary to stick around. Our clients want us to stick around.
Yeah.
Some of them, at least. I mean, some of them probably want you, Strickland. Most of them probably don't want me, though. That's fine.
We ready for the next voicemail?
Yeah, voicemail number 3.
Okay, here we go.
Hey there, guys. It's Erica, voicemail number 2. When I looked at the amount of time it took, I guess I didn't
Hold
have to
on.
rush.
Oh, hang on. It's the same one
Hold
again.
As
Was that copied in twice?
No.
Now I gotta check
very
the old
interesting.
folder here.
It's very interesting. Now we have what would be called a quandary. It was there a third voicemail that you accidentally copied the second one twice and we're missing out on somebody else's, or was there only 2 voicemails from Erica? And
no, it does look like, at least in the shared folder, voicemail 2 and voicemail 3 are exactly the same size. So I do believe.
Hold on, I'm gonna need to go to the voicemail folder.
Okay,
and
hold
see. Okay, I can tell you. Okay, Friday there was a voicemail from Erica. Then there was another voicemail from Erica.
We've heard those.
Then there was a voicemail from, yes, indeed, there was a voicemail from JD that we have not listened now. So I don't know who made the mistake.
Well, can you email it to me, or if
hell yeah, I'm going to email it to you. We don't want to miss a voicemail from the elusive JD. If JD is willing to leave us a message, then we must be willing to play at any cost. So here I'm going to drop
Tim
this.
left his just now, we have to play JD's first and then Tim's, so we keep them in proper order.
Okay, so I just sent to you JD's voicemail, so you have that coming to you. Apologies, JD. That was just an oversight. It was just by my and Strickland's keen ear that we were able to tell that Erica's message was twice.
Yeah, we can't remember when we play a voicemail and then play the same one again the next week. But if we play it within like 5 minutes, we might catch it.
Maybe. Maybe. We're going to give that a big maybe. All right. I just sent you JD's voicemail, so go ahead and drop that in. JD, that was no offense to you, of course. That was completely a mistake of, I will take the heat. Probably was not Ashley's error, although Ashley has a small child, and I will blame everything on her because small children are very distracting as parents.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, let's do it.
Are we ready? Here we go.
Doug, Strickland, JD. Hey man, glad you enjoyed your time in Texas and you found Buc-ee's. I guess when JJ catches on to Strickland's care packages, you can let me know, and I'll send them to you as tractor parts or something like that.
Oh, nice. Great idea.
But I'm surprised you didn't mention any barbecue while you were here. And so other than that, just saying hello. It's been a while. Take care, guys. All right, bye.
You know what? I got to admit, he's right. We missed an opportunity. I should have found, I know the really good barbecue places in Austin.
Yeah.
But there are a couple in Dallas also. And damn, I should have thought, well, when you come out in October, we have to go to one of the really good barbecue places.
Priority number 1 for me was a good steakhouse. And we did get to a few of those in the time I was there. I would say if we had one more meal out, we probably would have remembered that barbecue would have been a good idea. But you're right, JD. I mean, especially as active as Strick and I are now in the smoker world, we figure that barbecue would be one of those things. Now, what's the style of Texas barbecue?
That's a good question. I think there's a lot of different ones. I know when you talk about like Carolina barbecue versus Kansas City barbecue, it's like Kansas City is like dry rub and North Carolina is like wet and
vinegar. But I like barbecue sauce. Now, what state has barbecue sauce that you put on your barbecue?
Well, that's the thing. I think North Carolina does that, but Texas is a wide variety. Like I do think there's a lot of different styles here. But there's some very good barbecue places around here that.
Well, I am willing to on my next adventure out there. I'm willing to try some Texas barbecue. I don't know that I've ever had Texas barbecue.
It's pretty damn good.
Okay,
pretty damn good. I got it.
And if Austin has as good barbecue as they do have a music scene, then I think I'm in for a treat.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's get to next voicemail. Thank you, JD. Thank you for the reminder. I will accept tractor parts instead of Bucky's stuff anyway, or I'll take Bucky's stuff in place of tractor parts. Either way, we'll be fine.
Nice.
Hey, Doug and Strick, Tennessee Tim. Been a while since I checked in. I'm here with Maurice. Bonjour, Giggle Doug and Strickling fucking Fox. Just wanted to say, hey, we're doing good. We had a little import-export business going from Canada. Maurice would bring in Tim Horton coffee and maple syrup from Montreal. I would ship him Tennessee Jack Daniels whiskey, and then Trump killed the whole deal with these freaking tariffs.
Yeah, you can't get it.
So we're trying to figure out what else we can do. Somehow, maybe fentanyl. Oh no, Canada doesn't have any fentanyl. No fentanyl. So I don't know what we're going to do. We're just trying to make sure that Maurice doesn't get, deported or anything like that from ICE or anything. But Homeland Security, come on, Maurice, to the tunnel. Oui, yes.
Oui.
Oh shit! So it sounds like
oui
made up, which is wonderful because I know Maurice for a long time was living in his attic and sort of avoiding Tim because he wasn't an invited guest.
Sounds like they're together.
It sounds like they have formed a union, and of course you can't get Jack Daniels in Canada anymore. They took all of the U.S. liquor off of the shelves in Canada. So maybe it's worth more than fentanyl in Canada now. Since it's
out of adversity, friends will get closer, and I think that it wasn't competition. It was more their animosity towards each other. I think Maurice really wanted in on the Tim Hill family, as he's a pretty affluent guy, and I think that everybody wants a little piece of him. I think that Tim probably thought that Maurice was just after him for the for the estate, but what he realized was that their closeness was even made more closer because of the adversity that Trump put into play. So I really think that this import-export challenge, the tariff thing, I really think it brought Tim and Maurice close together, and which is proven that they were both on the phone. However, I'm challenged with what just happened to Maurice because it sounds like ICE was right there. What do you think?
Yeah. Well, I hope we didn't tip them off. I mean,
you think we're a part of this?
Well, not intentionally. I mean, a lot of people listen to the show, and ICE may be listening to the show and, realizing that Maurice and Tim are in cahoots now. I just hope that if Tim tries to go get, Tim Hortons coffee from Canada, he doesn't have an issue like you when you went across the border and you can get into Canada fine, but don't try to get back into the US. That's the challenge.
Did you
even if you're a citizen?
Did you listen to that daily episode that was talking about people in Buffalo that they were using like their Google Maps or Apple Maps to get to a specific bar, and because of the change in the I don't know if the road specifically changed or something changed, it would accidentally direct people over the bridge, the Freedom Bridge in Toronto or wherever it is. I don't even know. Anyway, but it's somewhere near Buffalo, where Niagara Falls, near that. And people were going over the bridge. And if you had, let's say, a green card or you weren't 100% legal here in the US, they would not let you back in the United States.
No way.
And they were go back and find that episode of The Daily, because they were talking about how often that happens. And in this one particular bridge, I think it was called the Freedom Bridge, if I remember correctly. In fact, check me, everybody. This would happen 20 times a day, where somebody would be going over the border, and they're like, once you get on the bridge, you can't back up. It's a one-way bridge over.
Oh, wow.
So it's like, oh, fuck. So they had this one guy, I want to say Venezuela, but again, fact check me on this. He went over, he there was something wrong with his, and he didn't have his passport, but he had a license. He was here legally in the United States, but he went over, and something about Venezuela, something about him having to go. They put him in like detention for 3 weeks. They deported his fucking ass. Can you imagine that? Like, can you imagine if I went over in Montana, over into Canada with my son, and I came back and I didn't have my passport, and they're like, "No, I'm sorry, sir. You need a passport. Without a passport, we're going to have to lock you up." And even one night overnight in jail, it's like my son would have fucking killed me.
Oh my God, I couldn't imagine. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me with the Trump administration is doing right now, but yeah, that's kind of fucked up.
Yeah, check out that episode of The Daily when you get a chance.
That is, yes, I will check it out.
Are we actually an hour and 5 minutes into this episode? Didn't we just start?
Yeah, I know. It feels like we just started. Although,
when the hell did that happen?
I got to go find another salmon to smoke or something.
Okay. All right. Well, go do your dinner thing. Nice Guy community. We are looking forward to all of your contributions to our GoFundMe page. Thanks for being here. Until next week, Steve O'Brien, go ahead and take us out of here.
For the Nice Guys on Business, I'm Steve O'Brien. Thanks for listening. Bartender, Doug here's going to have a Cosmo, and Strickland is going to have a Fireball on the rocks. Not the little glass. Yeah, the big one, the 24-ouncer. Oh, and they'd both like a little umbrella. Just give me the bottle and charge them as much as you can.